Hello there, I'm Michael O'Sullivan. I'm here at HubPeople AI. I'm here with
Micah.
and with
Barry.
And today we're just going to walk through creating a dating brand with HubPeople AI. We're creating a brand. This can either be for yourself or our client. In this case is a fictional Carrie Bradshaw who lives in Greenwich Village, and she's interminably single and she's looking to meet up with people, and we're going to create a dating brand to cater for her needs. And what you probably don't know about Carrie is she loves pets. So today we've come up with a dating brand, and it's going to be called petfriends.life. We're going to buy a domain for it. We're going to create a dating app, and we're going to hook it up and make it live in the course of the next 5 or 10 minutes. And we're just going to show how you can do that with HubPeople AI. Micah, can you tell us about this brand? We've created it relatively quickly, but we have a logo for it, and maybe Barry, you can bring it up on the screen and you can tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, sure. We wanted the logo to be playful and inviting. We got some inspiration from my own furry friend. My dog has this favorite chewy ball, and it has a vibrant combination of dark blue and orange, and it's been surprisingly resilient considering that he loves to demolish his toys. So yeah, thought why not to capture that playful spirit in the logo. And it's kind of a nod to the joy and endurance of pet relationships.
Fabulous, thanks Micah. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump into hubpeople.ai. Barry, if you could log in first, and we're just going to show the app builder tool that we have here. We've already discussed, we know that it's a place for people who like pets, either to meet to find friends for their pets or romantic partners for their pets, or indeed for themselves. So whether it's going out in the park, meeting up just for someone to have a chat with, or maybe something a little bit more serious, we're going to create an app for that. First thing we're going to do is we're going to try and write a prompt here for this app builder.
It'll be a dating app for people who like pets.
They're from kind of New York City, Greenwich Village, but with our tool we just need to specify the USA, and then we can make it more specific after we've created the app, and we'll show you how to do that.
Let's hit this with the bot and see what we come back with.
Yeah, so it's detected that we want a mainstream dating app. So if you're looking for something more casual or a hookup, you probably specify that with the bot, and that will help with the generation. It's picked up the country and the kind of the niche that we want to run with. So let's give it a name.
Pet Friends.
Pet Friends, okay.
Pet Friends, we've got a logo.
Okay, yeah, okay, so
We do.
it helps to spell it right. Okay. Probably not a lot more that we need to specify at this stage, is it?
Yeah.
Not really, we could give it a colour.
Well, our logo is kind of an orange colour, so let's start it.
Yeah, let's go for
Okay,
that.
Let's go for it.
Suggest orange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it's going to do something with the orange palette. Let's go ahead and build that and see what we get. Yes. Cue. You're holding music. Once the HubPeople.ai builder actually builds the app, there's a stage now where you can go and you can edit what's created. So it tries to generate some useful copy for you. It generates a logo. It's fairly basic, but we're going to swap it out with one of our own.
We'll have a look at what it's done right out of the box.
Yeah.
So we can do that here just by visiting the View app button.
We have a landing page. We've got a login, a join button. We've got some people holding a cat and someone with a dog. So it's definitely detecting kind of the right niche and kind of giving us information there. So again, it's somewhat generic what the tool builds. So we're going to show how we can kind of further customize this to get something that is kind of even more specific. First, let's change out the logo first, if we can.
Okay, so the logo first.
Yeah.
We do that within this part here. This is the logo that it's created for us, just using the name of the plain text. So we already have the logo, so we can drop into our file system. We can give it a logo, and we can save changes. You can see it's been updated here, and we can go in and have another look at the app.
Okay, that was pretty easy. Okay, so now on to some of the fancy copy changes and things like that. So Love connections for animal enthusiasts. That's not very specific to New York or Greenwich Village. How could we personalise that? And let's assume that we're not very creative.
So you can use ChatGPT.
Exactly, that's what everyone else is doing this year. So if you can show us how to do that, Barry.
Sure. So what we've done is allowed for these different bits of content around the page to be edited simply by clicking on the pencil here. When you click on the pencil, it will show you what fields are editable. But right across here, we've got this copy AI prompt where we simply copy a prompt that we can then paste into ChatGPT.
It's maybe worth noting that we have like the shuffle button as well, which we can use to shuffle the content that we have in the platform.
That's true.
Yeah. So you're right. We could do that. So this little symbol here is the shuffle button. So if I press the shuffle button, and it'll come back with another option. So we could.
Cool.
Yeah, so if you've got a bit of writer's block, you can just hit the shuffle button for a bit of inspiration, and it'll try and do it. So we could go over to ChatGPT and
try ChatGPT. So I'm going to copy the prompt. So I can paste that in here. It's asking ChatGPT to come back with 10 suggestions, encouraging someone to join the dating site. Insert your chosen niche here. So
okay, this is the bit for dating site serving, and we can say. Singles in Greenwich Village, Manhattan, and who love pets, or want to meet someone who loves pets. Okay, so this is a prompt for ChatGPT. Yeah. Connect with pet passionates, okay? Meet furry friend enthusiasts. Find companions in fur.
Why not?
Why not? We can give that a shot. So we can copy that one. Obviously, with ChatGPT, you can just ask it. It can give you 100 suggestions.
Yeah.
Oh, probably needs some space.
Strung it together here, isn't it?
Yep. Very good.
There we go.
Right, and so we could do this kind of throughout the rest of the content. As you scroll down the page, you'll see there's a lot of areas where we can add that. But just so you're not listening to us all day, let's take a look at maybe changing some of the imagery to tie in a little bit better as well. So I think Midjourney is the tool we use most often. You can use stock photography, or AI generated is certainly good for. Purposes.
I've been finding quite a lot of success with Midjourney on these images here, as long as you do a bit of trial and error and play with the prompts. Slightly harder on the hero one here because it's a transparent image, but what I've been finding success in is actually having the main splash as the background image.
It's probably worth noting that the way it's constructed, we have a number of templates, but in many of the templates, so for example, the hero image in the background is really a composite of a background image and then a foreground image that usually has some kind of transparency around it, and that allows you to put, for example, let's say if you have the two models there with a pet, that you can have them in a different background. So if you wanted to change it to a forest or something else like that, you just change the background image. Okay.
So for this, I'm going to delete the hero image, and then I'm going to, you can see there's a background image on here, a sort of plain blue background image. I'm going to replace that with one that I get from Midjourney.
Okay.
Let's do that. So I'm going to delete this hero image, now it's gone, and then I'm going to pop into Midjourney and get myself a background image. So we're in Midjourney here, which is done through Discord. Pretty easy to set up. So what I'm going to do is pop in my prompt that I like to use. A wide angle candid shot of a naturally beautiful couple, and then I usually put the descriptive elements in here. So what do we think we want them to be doing?
Or maybe a couple playing in the park with with their pets, like dogs.
Do you want to make it Central Park in that? Make in Central Park with a dog?
Yeah, sounds good.
We can try with the orange palette as well.
Yeah. Good point. Yeah, let's give it an orange palette. I'll leave the rest there. Couple next door, middle of the frame, realistic skin, a particular high-end camera that I find gives good professional resolution.
Cool.
And it's quite a bit of trial and error with some of these tools, but the results you can get very often, they're good in that because you can fine-tune them. If you get stock photography, you can probably spend the same amount of time searching through trying to find something, and then if you want something quite like it but not quite, that you can't really tweak it, whereas with the AI imagery you can. So.
Yeah. So this is what it's produced. It gives you 4 sort of low resolution images that then you can go in and make them high resolution if we like the look of them, or we can respin them. So let's see what we've got here. Probably the first one.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what this is in the background here.
Yeah. This something strange going on with the Hulk back there, but yeah. Let's try the second one.
Yeah.
Go to the second one. So I'm going to ask it to upscale the second one. Okay, that's it ready.
Yep.
I'm going to the web and I simply download that, then I pop back into the back end of the portal, and this is one of the times where you actually need to go into the edit menu because the background image doesn't appear here as a tooltip because it's a bit of a background element. So you'll find the background image in this particular template, you'll find it at the bottom of the hero section. I'm going to go in and edit the background image. This is the current one that's there, but I'm going to upload another one, which is the new one I had. I'm going to save it off.
Here we have.
Well, that makes
Nice one.
This is what we have here. We can close this and go view app and see it from a front end point of view.
Yeah. So we'll probably have to go work on our logo a little bit to make that jump out a little bit later. But we can play with that a little bit later. But I think that's kind of given us enough of an idea of how you might use ChatGPT or Midjourney to generate the images. So if you scroll further down, you can see all the other imagery. We can apply kind of the same process to, which is.
And it really makes a difference once you start going into Midjourney and picking the same palette as the rest of the page has. It just makes it stand together.
Yeah, it does naturally tie together very well. Okay, so let's see if we can go and buy a domain for this thing and put this thing live.
Yep.
And see what it's like to sign up as a user.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what usually people consider the most difficult part. Kind of difficult, but as you will see, it's not very difficult.
Okay. Search for your next domain here. Okay, so we want pet friends, and I think this one is available. Petfriends.life. Maybe this registrar doesn't have it. Doesn't necessarily matter. Yeah, well, we can even just take one of these.
Friends Club, yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
Like .site or.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. There you go with that.
£1.49. I think it's.
It does not get much cheaper than that. So let's.
You'd obviously take a bit more time finding the domain that actually matched what you wanted here.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Add to cart.
Oh, there you go.
Hey.
Yay.
Okay. Congratulations. Right.
I'm just going to pop back into the portal just to see what the instructions are.
Yeah.
So within here, in my brands, we've got this linked domain. Step 1 is purchasing the domain. You can do that on any sites that allow you to purchase a domain. We've done that now. Step 2 is pointing that domain, and we do that via a CNAME. We need to find CNAME on the other tool, and then we need to point it to app.hubpeople.ai. So that's what we're going to do now.
Okay. So we go into your registrar and we.
I'm going to the registrar.
Oh, there's already one called CNAME www.
Yep.
So do you have to remove that or change it?
We can remove it. We need to decide what subdomain we're using for this. So if we want to use www.petfriends.site, then yes, we will remove this one.
Okay, so let's do that.
Yeah.
free ad. This is where it can be confusing. Here's all the different records you can add for a domain name. We're going to add a CNAME record, and the host is going to be www. But it doesn't have to be. It can be anything there.
Okay, so if you wanted to have, for example, app dot petfriends.live or
dating dot or nothing there, it can be the root domain.
Okay,
it can be there. So we do suggest www dot here, but ultimately it doesn't have to be if that's already been taken up on your domain by something else.
Yeah, let's say I had a blog about dating in New York and it was on www. I could, for example, create dating.petfriends.live.
Yeah, exactly. We could do that, and we would just do that by typing in dating here.
Okay.
And then the important bit here is that we need to point the CNAME over to our server, and that's this bit here, app.hubpeople.ai.
Okay.
So let's do that.
Yeah, let's get the www in as well.
Should we change it back to www?
Yes.
Okay, and time to live, you can usually just leave that as automatic.
Okay.
So I'm going to save that.
So now the domain that you've purchased is now pointing over to the HubPeople.ai to where the app is.
Yes, it can take a good few minutes, or they say up to 24 hours for it to cut in, but our experience is it usually is faster.
Okay. Is there anything else to do once we've done that?
Nothing else to do on this side. This is just us setting the instruction up here. That if anyone asks for www.petfriends.site, then to send them over to our app. That's the instruction here.
Okay.
So what we need to do now is go into the portal and tell the portal the site you're expecting to serve the traffic from. So it's a bit of the inverse of this here. So what I like to do is grab this in case I make a typo and come into here and tell HubPeople.ai what site we're going to serve. So it'll be www.petfriends.site, and we'll submit that into the app, and now effectively this should be linking both sides up. So there's a little bit of a process here. The app tries to attach the domain, it then takes care of the security certificate, and then we do a health check to make sure everything's good, and once that's ready then the page should be being served.
Okay.
Perfect.
What I also like to do, I like to use this nslookup.io, where you can put your domain in and it'll tell you, remember I was talking about that propagation across the internet? Well, this will tell you whether it's pointing to the right server or not, which is quite a good balancing check.
Okay. So what would you type in this DNS lookup?
So you would type in exactly what your sort of domain name is. And what we want to see here is that the CNAME record is pointing to HubPeople.ai. So effectively the internet doesn't know about us yet.
Right, okay.
We just need to wait for it to catch up.
And then this is the thing that could be 5 minutes or up to 24 hours, but usually relatively quickly.
Yeah.
Usually relatively quickly. Yeah.
So time to make a coffee, cup of tea.
Exactly.
And check back later. Okay. All right. Well, let's do that, and we'll just take a little break and see if it comes back. Okay, and we're back. I managed to have a decent cup of tea, but it took about 20 minutes for it to propagate around. I think, Barry, you've checked in this website that it has moved around, but we can just jump in and check out our domain and see if it's now correctly linked. So we literally just open this up in our browser, and if on your smartphone it'll prompt you to then save it to your home page and install it as an app. So we won't spend too much longer here. Just to let you know that any of the content you edit in the back end will immediately be reflected live. So if you want to go back and update some of those images or change some of that copy, or even fundamentally change the template that you're using, you can do that, and all of the changes will just go live immediately now. So we're just going to show you the onboarding process for end users, and we'll do that quickly, and then we'll show you what your customers can expect to see on the inside. So we're going to start off, I think Mike has suggested you're going to be looking for men today.
a woman.
As a woman, and we're gonna
change the location.
Yeah. New York, and date of birth.
Oh.
1995.
Yep.
Yeah, why not?
And we'll just use the Google sign in to sign for ourselves. A little bit of typing. Let's say you're here for, let's say, friendship or dog walking buddies, for example. Again, some of these options are quite specific to the dating niche that you're in. So, for example, you could be interested in pet grooming and pet-friendly venues, and, for example, going for walks. So, again, that features in your profile, and it allows people to kind of match with you based on some of those kind of shared interests.
Exactly.
Are we cat lovers, or Mike, are you a cat lover, a dog lover?
Both.
I think we can appeal to both.
Both.
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to avoid a lot of arguments today.
Exactly.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah,
we're moving
go for
on. Daring Voyager, right? That is your just randomly assigned username.
Love it.
Right.
Couldn't create a new other better.
Yeah. And then, as in this case, we're not actually a genuine user. We're just going to put in a summary asking our support team to delete this profile. But this is where you would say basically a little bit about yourself, kind of a quick summary if people come across your profile. And then in the next section, you can talk, there's much more of a description about a little bit more about you, and things like some of your interests. Some people write what they're looking for in someone else, some of the deal breakers for them, what things they're really, really looking for. So it's quite useful to put in a little bit more in your bio there. Right, we're going to add a profile photo. If you're doing this from your smartphone, you could just pull from your photo library.
Exactly.
And so please, so it just asks you, do you want to allow messages? Which is good, because obviously that way we can tell you when if someone sent you a message or there's activity on your profile. So that's this sign up concluded. You then get to have a look and see. There's an immediate upgrade prompt for new users. We'll just dismiss that, and you can just scroll down and have a look at kind of some of the profiles as kind of galleries. You can look at kind of some of the more kind of top rated photos, some of the ones that are newer, and in places like that. And if you scroll down the feed, you can see posts from other people, and there's a little mark to say that if someone's a VIP, i.e. a paying member or not. And if you go up through to the top, we'll show the matching feature, the top left. This is where you come and you get your kind of daily matches, and you can scroll through that. Probably best we don't give any feedback on that. And then you have a mailbox where this is where your messages come in, and there's a message here just from Maria, who is here, and one of the administrators, and just telling you, giving you kind of a welcome discount as a new user, and this is where you will have all of your conversations, and any matches that you make with people will be stored up here as well, so you can quickly go through. And then also at the top there's the notifications section where any new notifications from users come in. And we also then have another menu at the top where you can find kind of settings, how to upgrade and do more detailed search, or read articles or events. There's a lot more to explore in there, but it's a fully featured dating app. So hopefully you will have some fun with that, and your users will too. So I think that's largely the kind of start to finish today of building an app. I think what we might do is we might go back and maybe add some more of those images and a little bit more of the content, and through the magic of editing, maybe we can show you an even more cleaned up version of Pet Friends.
Yes.
We'll be back in just a tick.
Yep.
Perfect.
Okay, and we're back after spending a little bit of time editing the landing page. What we'll do is we'll take you through the edits that we made on the page. Micah and I went into a couple of AI tools and changed the content and the images, basically, didn't we?
Yes, so we changed the content as well for the blogs. As you can see, before we used to have 4. We had 4, and now we only have 2 of them. We changed the content for them. We used ChatGPT, but the good thing about this is that you can use whatever you want.
You could shuffle the content and take some of the suggestions the bot's already got, or you could go into external tools and just pull the data in, pull the content in.
Or if you feel inspired,
of course, write it yourself.
Exactly.
What we also did was we went into Midjourney and created some more images for the cards here. As you can see, we've got 4 different cards, all AI images created with similar prompts to the ones we did earlier. And then below that in the feature block, we've got an AI image here that we also got from Midjourney. We changed some of the little logos here as well because the AI originally didn't match the colour very well, so we just went in and changed that. And it's probably worth us going into the back end and showing you guys what we did and showing you how easy it is. So if we go into the back end of our brand, Pet Friends, we can see we've got various options here. As we did yesterday, we linked the domain that we bought to the actual site, and you can always go in here and see if that's healthy, which it is. We want to see 3 green ticks, which means that we're linking your domain to the site through the tool automatically. And if I just go back to the brand, you can see here in the edit app is where we would go in and edit the page. We had 4 blocks earlier, and just by using the trash can here, Micah managed to remove the 2 blocks at the bottom because we decided we only wanted 2 hero blocks for this. And then I guess, Micah, did you
click on edit and then copy AI prompt. As we shown before, just copy that, paste it on ChatGPT, and then it will generate like different ideas for this bit.
Of course, if you're full of inspiration, you could just type it in yourself, couldn't you? So you've got many options. Image wise, on the blocks here, you can press the pencil and then just simply upload a new image.
Exactly. So
or change any of the content.
I think it will be worth as well showing you the ability to do CSS. So to change the CSS codes for some of the stuff. Yeah,
that's a good point, because you'll recognise earlier that these weren't white, these were actually orange to take in the colour palette, but we decided we wanted these blocks to be white. And as well as that, you can see on the logo I've got a little bit of a shadow in the back, just so that on mobile it doesn't contrast as much with this middle section. So we were able to do that by adding our own custom CSS. And you can see the custom CSS block within the footer of the main menu here, and simply selecting the pencil, we've got some simple custom CSS selectors that allowed me to change the colour of the hero, and also just put a little bit of transparency in the back of the image. So that's simple enough. We do plan on putting out a little tutorial on how to use some of this custom CSS. But above that, we do have some styling changes coming very shortly that will allow you to change this on the blocks.
Exactly. It will be also worth mentioning that if you go back to your brand details, for SEO purposes, you can also change your page title, meta description, and meta keywords. Those fields are pre-filled, but feel free to utilize your own keywords and information in there.
Yep, great. Thanks, Micah. I think that'll probably wrap this up.
Awesome.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you very much.